Hello, this is Tori with LANDiO. We have a new property in northwest New Mexico. It's 20 wooded mountain acres with a waterfall near the San Isabel National Forest. This is a view from the high elevation point on the property overlooking the beautiful Wild Sheep Mesa to the south. There's road access along the western boundary of the property, and then along the eastern portion of the property you'll find the Falls Waterfall. This is the first property we've ever had with a named waterfall. Let's look at the waterfall on our interactive map. If you scroll down to the bottom of the listing, you're going to see the interactive map. If you just click view full screen, that'll open the map in a new window. You can see the 20-acre parcel highlighted in green. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see this area. This is the Falls Waterfall. We can go to the base layer and then select Vintage Topo, and this blue line here represents the Falls Waterfall. You can even see it named the Falls on the topo map. If we turn on the modern topo, you'll see it also named the Falls. You can see it right there on the east portion of the property, kind of the southeast portion right there. In this photo, you can see some of the water that was frozen. Here's another small pool of frozen water. Again, more frozen water in the crevices between these rocks. Here are a few photos of the falls with that water flowing. These photos are of a portion of the falls. This is not necessarily on the property, but you can see the similarity between these rock formations and the rock formations on the east portion of our property. Hence, it may look something similar to this when that water is flowing. Just so happens that when our photographer was out there, all of the water was frozen. This blue line represents the approximate path of the falls. You can see that it extends both north and south of the property. The south portion runs through the Cibola National Forest. All this green shaded area, this is the Cibola National Forest. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see this green area surrounds the property. We go back to the interactive map and zoom out a little further. You can see all this green shaded area. This is the Cibola National Forest. There's roughly 300,000 contiguous acres of national forest land within just a few hundred feet from the property. And here we have marked that road that runs along the west boundary of the property, and that road goes through the Cibola National Forest. So from the southwest portion of the property, you're only about 860 feet from nearly 300,000 acres of national forest land. If we go back and turn on the modern topo map, it'll give you an idea of the terrain around the property of the National Forest. You can see that it is mountainous land. These are the Zuni Mountains, spelled Z-U-N-I, and you can see there's roads that run throughout the National Forest. There's areas where it's more level. There's also lots of steep slopes. Here is the Continental Divide. You can see multiple springs and creeks identified here within the National Forest. And then, of course, we have the Falls Waterfall. If we look at the property on Google Earth, we zoom in here, you can see some of the topography. So you have the road that runs along the west boundary of the property, and then towards the center here you have the high elevation point, which provides these dramatic views of the surrounding area. And then over here you can see the Falls Waterfall going through the southeast portion of the property. And this diverse yet accessible terrain offers multiple building or campsites. Here's some photos of the road that runs along the west boundary of the property. The property itself has lots of mature Ponderosa Pines, along with areas of open natural clearing, and again those beautiful rock formations that run along the Falls Waterfall. And being just a couple-minute walk from that national forest with that easy road access is an incredibly desirable attribute for anyone that enjoys hiking, outdoor recreation, camping, hunting, mountain biking, wildlife watching, horseback riding. The property is located in Game Management Unit number 10. Here you can see where the 20-acre property is located on the Game Management Unit map. Unit 10 is desirable for elk. It's said to have some of the largest bulls in the state of New Mexico, as well as being desirable for mule deer and other game. The property is just over an hour from Gallup, New Mexico. Gallup has a population of around 22,000. In Gallup, you'll find multiple hospitals, a campus for the University of New Mexico, multiple grocery stores, Home Depot, Walmart Supercenter. This is downtown Gallup. There's also a municipal airport. And then to the east, you're about equidistant from Grants, New Mexico. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from the property. Grants has a population around 10,000. Interstate 40 goes through Grants. In Grants, there's also a hospital, Walmart Supercenter, municipal airport, small businesses, restaurants, etc. And then from Grants, if you were to continue directly east on Interstate 40, that's going to take you to Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is about 2 hours and 20 minutes from the property. And Albuquerque is the largest city in New Mexico, population over 500,000. So anything you need you can find in Albuquerque. There are also some places nearby for necessities like food and fuel. Rama is about 20 minutes from the property, population of about 400. There's a Family Dollar, a post office in Rama. Then you're about 22 minutes from the Lewis Trading Post. There's fuel and food at the Lewis Trading Post. You're about 24 minutes from the Rama Reservoir, which is a 100-acre man-made lake where you can enjoy hiking, canoeing, camping, and fishing. You're about 30 minutes from the El Morro National Monument, which is an incredibly beautiful area with lots of rich history. Then about 42 minutes from the El Malpai National Monument, which is an equally beautiful area with lots of caves. These white circles represent nearby landowners that have developed their properties to varying degrees. All of these white circles over here represent properties that are in a subdivision with an HOA and covenants, whereas our property is not in a subdivision. There are no covenants or restrictions, there's no HOA, there's no HOA fees, yet you have the convenience of easy accessibility. You can use the property recreationally, seasonally, you can live there full time, there's no minimum dwelling size. You could use alternative building styles, tiny kit cabin, a log home, shipping container, arch cabin, geodesic dome, an earthship, a yurt, treehouse. Here are photos of some of the nearby developed properties. This appears to be a nicer site-built home. This landowner appears to have several structures on their property. Here's a nice looking log home. And here are what some additional landowners are doing. And here are the Google Earth terrain views. This is south of the property looking north. Here you can see the road that runs along the west boundary of the property. And then here's the path of the falls waterfall. Now we're east of the property looking west. There you can see the beautiful mesas surrounding the property. Now we're north of the property looking south. Again, all this darker green shaded area, this is the Cibola National Forest. And now we're west of the property looking east. Again, you can see the path of the falls waterfall. If you purchase this property and put a cabin on it, perhaps you'd be a good fit for an episode of our new show called Cabin Impossible. If you have not yet done so, please go to our new YouTube channel, Cabin Impossible, watch the trailer, and then subscribe to the channel. We're going to be releasing new unique content on this channel that is relevant to land, land ownership, and the development of land. And once you've subscribed, please share the channel with everyone that you know and encourage them to subscribe as well. Now back to this amazing 20-acre property. This 20-acre wooded mountain property with the falls waterfall, amazing views, and less than 1,000 feet from nearly 300,000 acres of the Cibola National Forest is priced at only $125,000. All the property details are listed here on our website. The property taxes are only $115 a year for the entire 20-acre property. There's no HOA or HOA fee. There are no covenants or restrictions. There's no time limit to build. You can use the property recreationally, seasonally, or live there full time. There's no minimum dwelling size, and you have that amazing falls waterfall going through the southeast portion of the property. We also have the distances to nearby points of interest and links where you can find more information about those locations. We also have a link here to the interactive map. These are the GPS coordinates with links where you can open those on a Google map. There are over 150 images of the property and the surrounding area. The vast majority of these images have captions. Many of them have labels. If the property is of interest, we highly recommend you take the time to look through all these images. They'll answer many of the questions that you have and even some you had not thought of. And then at the bottom of the page, we also have the interactive map. At LANDiO, we work extremely hard to make it super easy for you to purchase land. To secure this property, all you need to do is go to our website, landio.com, navigate to the property details page. Once you're on the property details page, you're going to see this green Buy Now button. If the Buy Now button is green and says Buy Now, that means the property is available as of that moment. We only have one of each property available, and we sell our properties on a first-come, first-served basis. The first person that places a deposit is the one that secures the property. To secure the property, you just simply click that green Buy Now button. That is going to add a deposit of $499 to your cart. Then click Checkout. Once you click Checkout, this window appears where you then enter all your contact information, click Continue to Payment, enter your payment information, and complete the checkout process. This $499 deposit is credited towards your purchase, and we cover all of the closing costs. There are no other commissions or fees, so your total purchase price for this property is just the $124,997. And again, that $499 deposit is credited towards your purchase. As soon as you complete the checkout process, this Buy Now button will automatically turn gray and say Out of Stock. If you're looking at this property and the Buy Now button is gray and says Out of Stock, and where the price is listed it says Under Contract, that means someone has placed a deposit but they have not yet completed the purchase. During that period of time, you do have the ability to place a backup deposit. If the current buyer does not complete the purchase, your backup deposit will automatically make you the new buyer, and your $499 backup deposit will be credited towards your purchase. If you place a backup deposit and the current buyer completes the purchase, your $499 deposit will be refunded to you 100%. After your $499 deposit, the remaining balance may be paid by wire transfer, cashier's check, ACH bank draft, credit card, debit card, cryptocurrency, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, or any combination of those methods. We make the whole process super simple and it can be completed in as little as a day. If you have any questions, our phone number is on the top of every page of our website. That number is 866-8LANDiO. That's 866-852-6346. That number also receives text messages. We have a live chat feature here on our website where you can communicate with us in real time. If we're not available for whatever reason, please send us a message or respond to our next availability. You can also fill out this contact form on our website or send us an email directly. Our email address is hello@landio.com. We sincerely appreciate you taking the time to visit our website and watch our property videos, and ask that you please support us by sharing our website, our properties, and our videos with everyone that you know. The more people that we reach, the more dreams of land ownership we can make come true, and it would be an honor to add you to the LANDiO family of happy customers. Thank you and God bless. LANDiO. Land is opportunity. Please click in the upper left-hand corner and subscribe to our YouTube channel. In the upper right-hand corner, we have all of our available properties in a playlist. In the lower right-hand corner, we have a playlist of our Land is Opportunity series. And in the lower left-hand corner, we have our LANDiO Unscripted series.